Hello, YouTube. This is the Nerdy Tribunal. I'm Derek. This is Tom. Victor's over there, and Ernest is on the side of Victor. I was hoping for something witty, but it never came into my mind. Anyways, today we are going to talk about something that comes out of the Disney and Disney buyout of Fox. Is the return of X-Men to the MCU, right? Like, that's pretty stupid, guys. Just saying.
You did it too.
I didn't.
Just Photoshop it.
Just Photoshop the closet. But that's huge news. That's like probably one of the biggest storylines coming out of this buyout, because we've had two iterations of the X-Men movies, and for better or for worse, they were like made and like they existed already, and there's a lot of people that did not like it as much as maybe liked it as much as Foxhole people liked it, and probably a lot of people felt like they didn't do it justice. So Marvel now has a clean slate, potentially has a clean slate to bring back the glory that is X-Men, which is Marvel Comics, one of the biggest titles, right?
Would you consider X-Men to be, like, before the whole MCU started, to be their A-list characters?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right?
I would say
it'd be Spider-Man, X-Men,
it's because of the
Fantastic
cartoon.
Four.
The cartoon made it big back in the 90s.
And for us specifically, because that's when we grew up, right?
Yeah.
But prior to that, the X-Men story comic books, like
they were
they made Marvel kind of super rich, along with Fantastic Four and the spin-offs of that, and then the Avengers, right? Eventually, but like we're looking at Marvel Studios having a clean slate. I don't want to talk about like how they're going to introduce them into the MCU. That could mutants like into the actual movies. Like they could do it in a whole dozen different ways, and we will speculate. You can speculate that in the comics, in the comments below if you like. But I want to talk about casting. Like if they were to recast everyone, should they recast everyone? And if they did, who would it be? So right now, currently, we have in the current X-Men, we have James McAvoy as Xavier. Michael Fassbender as
Magneto.
Charles. Sophie. Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique. I'm just looking at the big names and ones I can remember. Sophie Turner as Jean Grey. Do we have Cyclops yet? Is there a Cyclops?
Yeah, there is.
Forgot his name.
Is he important? Let's put it that way.
What do you mean by important?
As in like a person in general.
Yes, he's a person. He's in other movies.
Okay.
Just forgot his name right now. But anyways, yeah. So like the thing is, I want to see an older Xavier and Magneto, because you don't really need them. Like they're so powerful that if you keep them younger, they're just too overpowered.
It just seems weird that they're like teaching these guys that are like maybe a few years younger than them.
Yeah.
All these things.
Sorry, Ty Sheridan as...
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah,
he's in stuff.
I still don't know who he is. Sorry.
The thing is, I'm thinking about it because they have Evan Peters as Quicksilver.
Yeah.
They're going to have to... I don't know what they're going to do, honestly.
Okay, so first off, should they... So you guys are agreeing that they should recast.
Okay, the thing
they
is...
can keep some, but...
The thing is, there's contracts that Fox has already made that has to carry over. So there's contracts that have to be honored.
Is it worth the cost of buying them?
Well, the thing is, they can be honored by on the monetary side. They can still say, like, I think they probably still have the right to say, you have a contract, we can either buy you out or we can pay you and keep you locked into our studios, but not necessarily need to give them work. I'm not sure if they actually have to physically work.
But the whole point of the contract is for the actors really no obligation to be tied to it. It's basically they're getting paid for doing the work.
So like I think a buyout is likely to happen even if they have...
It could be that, or we don't even know the extent of the contract. It could be, oh, hey, you have... We want you in 3 Fox movies. Doesn't even have to be X-Men.
Ah, true.
Right? So they could...
Random movies.
Wait, you never know, man.
But it happens... Like, you look at... who played Caecilius in Doctor Strange?
Matt Mickelson.
Thank you. Yeah. Like, he basically had a contract with Disney, and he did Star Wars Rogue One also, right? So it's kind of that kind of logic. You work with a studio, you get contracts for a certain amount of movies, whatever, right?
It could be like that. Like, we won't know the terms, I guess.
We don't know the terms.
But I think a buyout is like, if they were to recast, a buyout is probably like something that could be a reality, really easily done too.
So
right, like if you're an actor, it's like, hey, I got free time and I want to cash. Why not, right? Like,
but like, including the X-Men to the MCU aside, there are some things where recasting would make sense, like the Quicksilver situation. Without throwing the multiverse, we're not going to talk about that. So let's say we want to recast. Who would you want to recast?
Let's go down the list.
Let's start with the leader. So Xavier.
Mark Strong.
So
Mark Strong, last seen in Kingsman 2.
Kingsman 2.
As
Golden Circle.
As Merlin, right?
As Merlin.
Yeah. So
yeah, I think we all like him as a general.
Yeah.
He fits the role. You can see him as a teacher.
He was the teacher.
Yeah,
he was
exactly.
a trainer in that, right?
Yeah. So
and he's kind of dignified. He had range, so it kind of works.
Yeah, it's tough because Patrick Stewart was the iconic, like the first movie came out and the first person you can think of to play Charles is Patrick Stewart, because like dude looks like him from the comics,
and he's so good at sitting in a chair. He's done it for so many years.
True.
He's done it on the Starship. He's done it on the wheelchair.
Yeah,
he just does it everywhere.
He's good at
So it's
sitting
like-
down.
he's a good sitter.
He's good at acting without movement.
Yes.
I guess that's the nicest way to put it. You
So-
jackass. He's a great actor. So that's something hard. So, and James McAvoy gets the pass. He's a good actor too. I'm not gonna. I like him as an actor, but he gets an extra pass because his movies were when they were younger, when he was able to walk, right? Like so.
I still think a little too young for.
Yeah, they
for
went
all the
really young. That's
Yeah,
the
well,
weird
I think
thing.
that was the point. Like First Class was the introduction of them.
It's
I
okay
guess.
to have them young, but to have the rest of the X-Men that age.
Yeah, that's
it didn't
kinda
They were
weird.
almost the same age.
Yeah.
They need to
kinda
be
weird.
younger.
Like Michael Fassbender wasn't so bad because I think he looks a little.
He looks a
older.
little bit older. He doesn't have a baby face like James McAvoy
but
does.
And his acting style, he carries himself as older.
Yeah.
So he worked as Magneto.
Yeah.
I would love to have him as Magneto again,
Yeah.
but we went older. It had to be someone else, right?
Yeah.
So who could stick with Mark Strong in the acting level and dignified? I don't even know.
Going to Kingsman.
Going back to Kingsman again.
Colin Firth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has that. I've been through shit, but can handle my shit now kind of deal. So
I don't know if they are able to handle accent work well, both of them. But I guess you can also keep them with the accent.
Yeah,
It's not a
because
big
they get a
deal.
clean slate.
Yeah.
So they can technically, like, what was it? Magneto's character lived in Europe for a while, right? Didn't really have to be where. Like, he could have, like, you know how Hollywood likes to, like, everyone from Europe has a British accent? You know, like, that could work. I don't personally agree with it. I actually don't
the
like
thing
it.
about Michael Fassbender is he's so good with accents
Yeah.
that he could just do different things.
Yeah.
But
He's a talented actor,
yeah.
right? Like,
So can
But
Colin Firth do that?
Yeah.
I would say.
Oh,
so.
Colin
Accent
Firth.
work, I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah. But I would love him in there. But
Yeah.
we were also talking about maybe Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
Based on just the way he looks.
He will
Yeah.
find you
He will find you.
and just.
It'll be a lot easier. We have magnetic powers, man. Like, rotate
imagine?
the Earth.
I
toward-
detect your metal in your blood.
Yeah.
I found you.
I don't know. I look at Ed, like, I'm thinking Ed Harris, like, just he has that like villain face. I'm not sure if he'll play a good Magneto. Like, I don't think he'll be a good Xavier. He's too evil looking. But like Ed Harris could maybe pull something off.
But
Like,
can he stay like on par or above Mark Strong acting
Because
wise?
the thing about Magneto is not. I know he's kind of seen as evil, but he also
He's
has
not-
a good side too. So
he's not
to
menacing, right?
Yeah,
Like,
so to cast someone that looks evil just kind of takes away from his whole character. a little
yeah.
bit,
Well,
right?
the thing is, he has the helmet on most of the time.
we covered this too, maybe.
Yeah, like, you know, he has a strip down the middle.
A strip down the middle.
Is it like that? I don't remember.
It's like a widow's
Looks
peak
like
kind of-
Widow's Peak.
Aries.
Yeah.
It's
Whatever.
an M.
It's like
It's
M.
an
It's
M.
M. It's M.
It's like
Literally
Aries.
an M.
Oh, that's
Oh
lame.
God! Don't start with Aries.
Okay, let's not go there. All right, so Magneto. Okay, now who's next?
Well, I guess the biggest one is the franchise character
Yeah.
is Wolverine. and that would be the hardest one.
Kevin Hart, what are you talking about?
Kevin Hart.
He's shorter. Like, a lot of people complain Hugh Jackman was too tall.
Yeah.
He's shorter. He's super.
He does look.
He's
He
super
has
buff.
the build of a Wolverine. He doesn't have the personality.
Fair enough.
We can.
He doesn't have the voice. That's for sure.
He is angry all the time.
Like-
He is angry all the
Like,
time.
I'm not even going to talk about like the race card. I don't think his voice could cut it alone, but physically he
he has
matches
the.
it smack on, right? But I don't think how he's going to like. Wolverine has that cool, like, deep, raspy voice like in the cartoons. Like, hey, bub. I can't do it, but like what's a Kevin Hart?
I was thinking. Well, I was thinking.
I can't even do the voice, but I'm imagining in my head, and I don't think I can stop laughing.
Oh god! Imagine Kevin Hart with the hair too, the Wolverine hair.
Oh, he's so good with hair in general.
No, I was thinking. What was it? X-Men Origins Wolverine. He played Gambit. He was John Carter. What was his name? Taylor Kitsch.
Yeah, he looks apart.
Because after watching Lone Survivor, he has that rugged kind of dirty Wolverine look. That's what you want, right?
Yeah,
and
that's
he's
that
not
gritty.
Yeah, and gritty. That's what it was. Or well, I guess he's playing Venom.
I would have said Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
He has the build.
Oh yeah,
He
Tom
has
Hardy
that
would be
too.
good just based on Venom already.
He looks like he's
a
always
good
pissed
Venom,
off.
though. I think he's a good Venom.
Yeah.
Because it reminds me of the cartoon Eddie Brock.
Yeah, but
Just,
then because
like,
Sony's
bulky.
not tying him with Spider-Man.
Yeah, but at least he kind of like, at least as like someone that watched the Spider-Man cartoon growing up, kind of released like at least I found a big guy, not like Topher Grace.
The thing about Topher Grace,
No,
okay,
there's nothing about him. We can move on from him.
Don't even start.
they could have CGI'd Venom to be big.
That's stupid. Just found a big guy instead.
That's what they're gonna do. Oh, well, that's another video.
Yeah,
anyways.
so okay, so that Wolverine like Taylor Kitsch. Yeah, I think I can agree with that.
Who else do you think? There was someone else, right?
Cyclops.
Back to Kingsman.
Oh yeah,
Eggsy.
Eggsy from Kingsman.
Maybe as
I forgot his
Wolverine.
name.
Taryn,
But maybe
Tarragon, Tarragon, something.
Taron
Taramis.
Eggerson.
Terrigen, that's what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Eggerson.
Yeah,
But-
the Eggsy.
Something
Yeah.
Eggsy.
But Eggsy, like I think he has the build for it. He's not
Topher
too
Grace.
tall.
Yeah.
You can pull it off. Just gotta make him a little more grittier. Maybe
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so
he
next
would be a
one.
little younger version, I guess.
That'd be
Yeah.
fine, I think.
Unless they want to go with like the whole Wolverine's son Jimmy Hudson kind of deal.
Yeah, you can probably do that and stay away from
Like-
the Logan name,
Yeah.
and then we don't
This
have
is
an
already
issue.
dead.
Or just stick
Spoiler.
with X-23.
X-20, I think X-23 would be a good, would be an excellent way to move forward with.
But you can also
Marvel.
make her a little older instead of a younger.
Oh no, you won't be the kid anymore, but
Like in the
you
comics.
get a chance to have a female lead
It,
or like as a main character, like the badass one, and then people will still understand because there's some precedent set by Logan, but you can just say this is the genetic copy of Wolverine.
That guy.
Oh, that makes all sense. I
But
was like,
who would you get for that?
X-23?
Yeah, like
also from Kingsman. No joking.
No.
Actually, could
Maybe.
be. Yeah, maybe actually. You know the
For
place
me,
Roxy.
the one that kind of stands out, Summer Glau.
who?
From Terminator
That's the biggest who ever.
and Firefly.
Oh, the girl that plays Summer
okay.
Glau. I'm like the
I'm
name.
like I don't even know that actor.
Oh, that's her name. Sorry. No, that's right. Her name is Summer Glau. She played Fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think she has a build for it. I know she can actually like pull off some stunts. So
I was thinking maybe from Kick-Ass.
Chloe Moretz.
Chloe
Chloe
Moretz?
Grace Moretz.
Grace Moretz, yeah.
Ugh.
Because she has the action background, and she's not like, and she's shorter too, right? She doesn't have the complete look of the comic X-23, but I think her acting, you need the acting ability too, right? And she has that.
I can see why, but I just casting for me maybe a little bit off.
All right. So moving to the next character, we Jean Grey. We can keep Sophie Turner. Sure, why not? Or we can use what's her name again? The one that you mentioned.
For
Lindsay
Fonseca. Yeah, she'd probably make a really. She's beautiful.
I think she also makes a really good rogue.
She could make a rogue as well.
Rogue 2, one or the other.
One or the other.
Just keep Sophie Turner.
You don't know her. She
could,
was a daughter from How I Met Your Mother.
She was in Kick-Ass.
She was in Kick-Ass as a girlfriend.
As Kick-Ass is girl.
Girl.
She's also in Agent Carter.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I didn't watch that.
The waitress when serving.
Yeah.
Oh.
What was her name again?
Who?
Like Patty? No, not Patty. Something funny.
Not Peggy Carter.
Peggy.
Not Peggy Carter.
Peggy's funny.
That'd be a weird time. Jean Grey. Yeah, no, I think anyone can really play Jean Grey at this point. Because everyone has.
And
I can't play Jean Grey.
Of course
God,
you can.
please don't.
I think there's enough people out there that they can cast. I think would be okay with.
You need someone that can play kind of the damsel in distress, but can also pull
really
off
strong.
I can kick major ass.
Yeah, and go crazy when they go go Phoenix mode, right?
Someone that loses their shit.
Yeah.
You know, if they had Jennifer Lawrence as her instead of Mystique before, would be better. If they did,
I think she's able to pull off that crazy
transition.
That transition from.
Because she's a good actress.
Yeah, very good actress. So last person, I guess, on the list would be maybe Cyclops. Do you want? Does it matter?
We just talked.
Well, they're kind of
nobody talks Cyclops.
No,
That was Wolverine.
yeah. Well,
That's how important
Cyclops
he is.
is kind of like a main character in the comics, so that's why we're talking about him.
Yeah.
But and he's been seen a few times in the movies. So
killed off.
like who would you guys want?
I would say Scott Eastwood because he plays
Scott
that
Eastwood.
like pretty boy, also like the soldier kind of deal. He has the physique and the build for it.
Yeah.
And, he kind of has that more stoic look to him at times.
If they had Scott Eastwood, then would you want an older Jean Grey too? Someone that closer to his age? Because,
I don't know, you can kind of play him off as younger.
Because I was thinking someone like a Liam Hemsworth who has the build. It's not like you're going to see his face much. So you won't be like, hey, it's Thor. Because they kind of look a lot the same.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, he'd be wearing glasses like 90% of the time, right?
Yeah.
And when they're off, they're usually pew pew beams come out. So
And he kind of has that arrogant look too.
Yeah.
And that's what Cyclops a little bit is.
Yeah. He has a chip on his shoulder, right?
yeah.
And-
So
yeah.
like that kind of covers the main characters. Everyone else is like they're important. Like Storm is important, but like they can cast someone. Like I don't think they're hard to cast, but it's hard to cast the people that have that specific persona, right? Like Wolverine is like so specific, and like what's his name, Professor Charles is very specific because you can't, once you change it, it's not that character anymore.
It's that,
Right?
and also the characters that are harder to cast are the ones that have a potential of having their own movies.
Yeah.
Because they have such a big storyline that
Yeah.
are more interesting
Yeah.
compared to like, a Beast storyline. It's not as interesting as a Wolverine one.
That's true. That's true. That's going to bring this discussion to our end. If you guys have any ideas or like people you would like to see casted as X-Men moving forward, or if you really like the current cast and you really like them to show up again, comments below. If you have speculation or ideas of how they should roll in X-Men into the MCU, please put that in the comments below. We'd love to see those. Other than that, shut up, guys. Come on. No. I stutter. Charles, stay out of my head, Charles. Anyways, like, subscribe, comments, follow our social media. Thanks for watching.